So where are you at in 3 years?
I found out that on the medication I'm on, for some reason it became apparently very late, but I found out I couldn't conceive, which is a bit peculiar because I wasn't all that sort of keen on starting a family, but I guess it's like once you realise you can't, then you're there thinking, did I want a family or not? You know, that kind of thing. I lost my job on the grounds of ill health.
And what's that to do with the complex pain?
Yeah.
Are you finding all those sessions helpful?
Sometimes it's not nice, but it's, I don't know what the right word is, almost comforting to have people in your situation around you, hearing their experiences and how they've dealt with certain things. So, but for the practitioners in Healthy Minds, some of them do have personal experience as well, but the majority don't, you know. So it's nice to hear how people come up with practical solutions.
No, I think sometimes it's more important than kind of one-to-one support, having peer support. I think you learn a lot, and it's just a different type of relationship, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not as in-depth, but sometimes what you need is just sharing stories, practical strategies you can go away and try.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you, I suppose for a minute you just think, oh my God, everything's gone back to normal, like how it used to be. And then it all goes pear-shaped again. I think it's one of those things whereby, looking back, I remember, which is quite good for me because I don't remember much, when I was first diagnosed in hospital and a psychologist saying to me, you know, do you need help? And I was like, no, don't be stupid, you know, what kind of help do I need? But I didn't actually realise that was part of my treatment. Yeah. And it's like part of 3 strands of treatment. It's one of the 4 strands. So I'm there thinking, well, why wasn't I just given it? You know, instead of being asked, you know, you would have thought you would just give it, like give me drugs to take away
people with pain say they're saying it's in my head or I'm crazy or whatever. And by asking the question, it makes you feel like you have to be extra special to need this support.
Yeah. And so at the time, I declined it. And then it was only like years later, I guess, probably after I'd even seen you, that I realised actually that was one of my treatment options.
Yeah.
But I didn't really understand it.
Something that clients often say to us is they've come for sessions and they feel that they find it really hard to carry on the journey. So we do have clients that come back every year for some sessions, and they find that helpful to kind of give them an extra little bit of push to keep going. So what do you think you did to keep hold of what you'd learned in your sessions, that you could keep the ball rolling?
That's the trouble, the ball didn't roll. I did it.
So you're saying that it is important to have that continued support to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Do you think you should develop more coping skills or just more resilient to it all? Or?
I think I'm just probably in a slightly better place. You should just kind of learn as time goes on. You know, it is just an incredibly up and down learning curve. And I guess...
So you're just familiar? You're familiar with it all now?
Yeah.
What it is, yeah.
I mean, when I was first diagnosed, I thought it was like a broken leg.
Yeah.
You know, have that and you'll be all right, you'll be fixed. And that was it. And I think 4-5 years later, I can't even remember when I came off all my medication. And that was like a major sort of, oh God, you know, you can't fix it.
Do you think there's a shift as well between realising that nobody, you're the only one that knows you and you're the only one that can help you, if that makes sense? So
yeah, there is that, because it's like you said earlier, we're constantly on the lookout for that kind of golden egg, thinking this will fix it, this will fix it, this will fix it. And then, again, you have that realisation and the penny drops. Actually, nobody's going to fix this. It is what it is. And I guess acceptance of it all. accepting the fact you have your condition, accepting the fact that it's okay to ask for help, and yeah, if you don't do the washing up for 2 days, it's okay. Okay, yeah, you're going to do it yourself, but...
So changing your standards and priorities, or what's important to you?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Did you find it difficult, the penny dropping, or was it empowering to know that now it was down to you to find a way through?
A bit of both. Obviously, there's that loss of the life you had, depending on when it is you encountered issues. But then, I suppose, it's almost like saying, well, on the plus side, I can now sympathise with other people. You just kind of learn, and you find that people come into your life that otherwise you wouldn't have crossed paths with ever.
Yeah.
And whoever it is, they've come for a reason, for a being, for a purpose almost.
Yeah, I like that saying. Friends are for a season, a reason, or a lifetime.
Yeah. So, yeah, you do learn something out of it. And it's just a case of weighing up the positive to the negative, I guess. And making sure that, especially just that you always count your blessings, you know, whatever condition you're in, whatever you can or can't do, there's always something you can do. So it just makes you think, actually, it's all right, you know.
So are you happy to, and it's a long time ago for you, to talk a bit about how you found our sessions, what you liked about them, what you didn't like about them, what was easy, what was hard? Can you remember back?
I just remember them being kind of quite relaxed, and there wasn't any, you felt comfortable enough to say whatever it is you wanted to say, so you could find the right words. Whereas with some people you're thinking, oh, I shouldn't say that. Or, you know, you don't, certainly I never got that feeling.
But sometimes from other people they're picking it up from their body language or how they are.
And I think it's very much what I said, you know, we covered like huge amounts.
Did you feel there was a lot of work that we didn't do because we were obviously limited, weren't we, to that? I think we had 15 sessions.
I think kind of, because I think when I left kind of always prepared, and you kind of equipped me to be prepared when I left, knowing that those were the last few sessions.
Yeah.
But if I was kind of comparing, which I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do or not.
Feel free, go ahead.
But I find that when I go to therapy at the moment, or have been, the doctor kind of makes a lot of assumptions, and he's always trying to tell me something, and I'm there thinking, I'm not sure that's quite true. So I don't know whether he's supposed to do that, and I'm supposed to actually know, or he's not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Or I'll just explain things and he's ended up with the wrong end of the stick because I've just been rubbishly explaining what it is I'm trying to say. But I did find we never had that kind of thing. That's just the impression I get.
And I guess our approach is always to not be doctor-patient, because you're the expert. You know, I cannot be in your body and know what your pain is like. So I think I've always tried, and my other therapist, to sit alongside you and say, yes, we've got some tools in our toolkit which we'll try and teach to you if it's helpful, but you know what your experience is, and, you know, we try and not assume, I guess, and give you the space to find out what's right and what's real for you.
Yeah. No, I think you kind of read the signs at the time for what they were.
What extra does that outside help give you?
I suppose it just kind of gives you the opportunity to kind of almost let off steam, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, my mum's got the short end of my temper more than once, you know, because if I have poorly, as a mum, she's, you know, got the blanket out and they put the tea on the go and you're like, come on, you can just stop. And I do get really angry and frustrated. You know, I'll make lunch. No, don't make lunch. I can make lunch. But I'll do it, you know, because I'm doing that. I know you're doing that, but I can do mine, you know. She just wants to do everything. And it's nice just to sort of get out and just let off steam. Because I can't say that to her. Really.
So just a space where you can talk without worrying about the other person, I guess.
Yeah. And you're not so mindful about kind of stepping on the other's toes.
Yeah. So you know you were talking about that, it's important that you connect with whoever you're working with. How important do you think it is that they have some knowledge or understanding of living with a condition or living with a disability? Do you think that's important?
Yes, because from my experience, I'd say I can't always find the right words to put in the right place, and obviously, if you put words in the wrong order, you end up with a very different sentence. So if somebody's almost been there, or they understand, they can help you to find the right words, and then know what order they go in.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas somebody else was there thinking,
yeah, I guess you have to have the knowledge of what options to chuck out there, and then you say, yes, that feels right. That's found the words, but you have as a therapist at least know what are the options to choose.
That's it.
To offer to someone to say, does that meet what you're thinking?
Yeah.
What's in your head?
I think that was one of the things she used to do quite a lot with
Chucking
say lots of words, and then I was like, she can't choose one of those. But for me, that's really good because I can't find like the right words sometimes, and if nobody says anything in therapy, you just kind of wasting time.
Yeah.
In a way, it's not just all about the words as well, because you have a proper insight and a proper experience as well. So your interpretation is more likely to be nearer the mark than somebody who's got no idea. You have an understanding of your condition because you live with it day in, day out. Whereas one of my major problems was trying to explain that to my mum and dad. Actually, no, this isn't going away, you know. It's here to stay, and, you know, might as well just get used to it.
Yeah.
And then constantly, like I say, trying to find an answer and find this might work, this might work. You have to try it, you know, and that's
like dealing with the pressure of other people wanting there to be a fix.
Yeah. And when you see them kind of go through the turmoil of it, I suppose sometimes it's just hard to say no to them.
And I guess it shows that any condition is a family affair, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just you, it's you and your family members.
Yeah.
How you relate with each other, communicate, how accepting they are of your condition and their wishes for you to not be like that or to be different.
Absolutely. But it's just, I suppose it's just being able to sort of say to them, you know, sort of, this is kind of the end of the line, you know. I can't tell you how many sessions I've been to about pacing, but I suppose it's only like really now the pace drop actually.
Okay.
Pacing is so incredibly important.
So why is it taking so long for the pace to drop? What do you think's going on there?
Because I suppose now that I'm not at work and I'm at home, and if I'm having a good day, I just kind of keep on going, and then all of a sudden you crash, and then you're on settee for a week, and you're like, well, that was a complete waste of time, wasn't it? Whereas if I hadn't done that much, I could have done lots more. Like over the course of the week, working just meant my pacing was done for me,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
So it's actually work was helpful because the pacing was done for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Mum and Dad's wisdom, we tried alternative therapy, and it was something that was recommended to my dad, and it went very, very, very wrong. It was just almost like some random guy who he'd been recommended. And in the past, I don't know why, I've always said no anyway.
Like a healer?
Yeah,
Healer.
yeah. But he said, oh no, he's really highly recommended and he specialises with nerves and this kind of thing. And I was thinking, and it all went really, really very wrong. So yes, it was a good experience. But once I was there and I was inside, I knew kind of what I was doing was wrong. You know, there's no two ways about that. And I knew the whole feeling and the atmosphere and the whole thing was just completely wrong. But I still didn't refuse. Now, even when, you know, I was asked to do really peculiar stuff, I still did it. And I knew it was just completely and utterly wrong. And even though my mum was there, I still knew it was wrong.
She was in the room with you?
Yeah. I still knew it was wrong, but I don't know. I just kind of let it happen. And I just thought, afterwards, I was completely practiced.
And what stopped you from kind of walking out? Or...
I don't know. I don't know if it's because my mum was there. I don't know if it's because we've driven like 3 hours. I don't know if I can't remember if it's insanity or what it was. Honestly, I couldn't. Yeah. But I came out knowing what had happened was just completely wrong. Alternative therapies, like I know mindfulness, meditation, and all that's very good. But I think when, obviously from my recent experience, people suggest other alternative therapies, then it's up to people to be more careful and more aware
of the possible side effects.
Yeah. And like, you know, making sure they go to
reputable.
Yeah.
Recommended.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess
things like us are supposed to recommend it. But I suppose looking back is just having the confidence to know that, okay, you make an appointment, you go, but then it's also having the confidence to say, actually, I've changed my mind now and I don't want this, thank you very much, bye.
Is there anything you would say to potential clients out there about seeking support? I don't know if you have any thoughts on that. Or...
From my experience, I would say if you need help, go and find it. Help does not come looking for you. You have to go and knock on somebody's door, whether you go and knock on the NHS door or a friend's door or a family member's door or anybody else's door, a charity's door, you have to go and knock on it. But I mean, I asked you to change that because as an Asian person, I'm aware that I go to this class and I'll be going quite a long time. I'm the only person, Asian person, who's there every month. Other Asian people do come by, don't get me wrong, and you might see them for 1 or 2 sessions and then you don't see them again. And I think some of it's down to the age of the person. There's a gentleman there I know who had a poorly wife, so he's obviously, even though he's poorly and that's why he's there, he's got his commitments, and Asian people do kind of, you know, like as sick as my mom is, she's still trying to do a little superwoman act, if you like. So I think, especially with the younger people, because I don't think they really recognise that you can go outside of the family and seek proper help. If your family's there, that's brilliant, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd be lost without my mum and dad.
Thank you.